is the time to walk down your garden and look at all of your spring bulbs coming up. Daffodils mainly, a few tulips. Cheerfulness where they come up later. Somebody hasn't dug them up, or they've rotted, or the squirrel hasn't got them. Weeding is essential at this time of year, especially if you've put manure on, because manure helps the weeds grow. And if you've got weeds, you'll inevitably have slugs. Slugs hide under dead leaves, anything where there is moisture and cover. And they will, if you don't remove the leaves from your garden, the slugs will eat your vegetables when you grow them. As you grow them, they will eat them, and you have eaten vegetables. Good way of getting rid of slugs is getting half an orange, taking half an orange peel, take the orange out of the peel, and so you've got a cup like half a round circle. Then pour some cider in, and then it's supposed to attract the slugs. They crawl up the peel and go in and drown. Or you have very merry slugs. You don't have to use too much. Depends how many slugs you want to catch. Anyway, in the spring, it is a good idea now to be looking at perhaps setting grass seed. If your lawn has gone patchy, or all those weeds have gone that you put your moss, weed and feed killer on for, because it doesn't grow back overnight, and you won't need new turf, just a bit of grass seed. It is now the time for aconites to be shooting. Aconites, the first of all, are also very, very small. This is the golden hairs and good, and wear the bib as babies should. That was a quote that my mother often used to, well, she still does, sing in as they come up in the spring. She knows many quotes, but that's just one of them. What else? You have to watch out for night gardeners. Night gardeners, mainly criminals. Night gardeners, who knows of any night gardeners? Who gardens in the night? Well, I certainly don't. Too scary. Early hours of the morning, too scary. Normal time of day, just the same any time of day being in the garden. But light, some people set their seeds and their bulbs by the phases of the moon, but it doesn't mean you stop up at night time to set them, I don't think. That's funny. Phases of the moon. So what's the phase of the moon at the moment, Mum?
Don't know.
I have to try looking for the phase of the moon.
Some people do check the 1,000 feet for the moon, yeah. I don't know when.
gardening, sometimes is better one year than the next. Why? Perhaps all the vegetables we grow and the fruit take all the goodness out of the ground. No, that's not true, because the fruit bushes do better and the vegetables don't, and the fruit bushes stay in the same place and we don't do anything about them. So why is that? The rhubarb likes manure. The fig tree likes moisture. The damson tree is getting there eventually, only had it 1 year. The gooseberry bush we've had 1 year and it didn't fruit very well. The new rhubarb we had died. The old rhubarb is going strong. The raspberries not too bad this year. They did grow this time, I suppose. But the raspberries were very nice. They fruited quite well and made lots of raspberry jam. Well, not 4 jars. Hoping to make some more again this year. Raspberries, depending on the type you get, depends on when you cut them back. If you've got spring fruiting raspberries, you will cut them back at a different time to autumn fruiting raspberries. When do you cut autumn fruiting raspberries back? When did we cut our raspberries back?
In the autumn, the summer fruit and autumn.
So ours was summer fruiting and we cut them back in autumn, and if you've got spring fruiting you cut them back in the summer. So you can't have spring fruiting. What do you get then? Autumn and summer?
Yeah.
So if you've got summer you'll cut them back in the autumn. If you've got autumn,
It's the next spring, I'm not sure.
the next spring.
I'm not sure.
It's very confusing. Can be, I suppose. If you've got rhubarb, you let it grow and rot if you don't use it. Then the goodness goes back to the crown. Rhubarb needs lots and lots of water. If you start feeding rhubarb water, it expects it. But if you don't feed rhubarb water, it still expects it. But blackcurrants, they require lots and lots of water, or else you do not get firm enough fruit. But it depends when you water it. You water it while it's in flower, not when there's currants on the bush. Actually, you water it both times. But when the currants get too ripe, you've overwatered them, or there's been too much rain. Gooseberries, can't stand them, but we've got the prickly variety and it's not doing too well. Blueberries. We've got 2 types of blueberry bush in our garden. One a tall one which has no leaves this winter, and one in a pot which my sister Anne bought which still has leaves.
Bush.
It's a bush. One's a tree and one's a bush. They're both bushes, I think, but we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
We also very much love flowers and shrubs. We have a large pink hydrangea in the corner of our back garden. Disappeared. We have a large back garden. We did have a blue one, but it disappeared. Also on the front left of our garden we have a white lacy hydrangea. All of these require lots of water, and you leave the dead flowers on till spring, and then hopefully you cut them back then, or they should have fallen off. In our garden we have lots of bulbs, tulips, daffodils, narcissus, crocus, snowdrops, but they have to be replaced quite a lot of the time. We have a frequent visitor at the moment to our garden. It's a squirrel, a grey squirrel. But I'm quite happy about that. Nana wouldn't have been. Primroses and primroses and what's the word for the primroses are primulas. Yeah. Primroses and primulas. A real primrose is yellow in colour and will be out the same time, or roughly the same time, as a cowslip, whereas primulas come in all types of colours: red, purple, blue, pink, orange, yellow, purple, and are different to primroses. I think you can get different colours of primroses these days, but the centres are always different to primulas. Cowslips are yellow in colour and require shade and lots of water, whereas hyacinth bulbs we also have too, quite a lot of those. And we also have hyacinths come up roughly the same time as crocuses. Miniature daffodils, we also have those. We did have last time I looked. And also I bought Mother some, what was those last things I bought you for Mother's Day?
Bluebells.
We have some bluebells, which last year, the first year they flowered, the second year they were all leaf, which we don't know why. And we keep doing this and buying and replacing them, buying and replacing them, and they do the same thing every time. We're also about to set a holly bush, but we're going to wait till the spring, till it warms up a bit to set that, because if you take it from warmth to the freezing cold, no matter, even if it's a tree or not, it will die. That's all I can think of now. Sandra, the Passionate Gardener.